Hello there, digital citizens. This is your weekly preview for June 25th through the 29th. This is the last week of our class. I want to address a couple of issues that have been brought to my attention. First of all, the Incredibox link works. The Incredibox app works. But what we're finding is that after a day, even less, the actual link expires. In other words, it says the creation you made isn't there anymore. I guess what's happened is Incredibox no longer is storing these. At one time, as long as you went through the putting your name in and putting a title in, dedicated to, all that stuff, it actually hung on to them. So it's not doing it anymore. I also tried to see what would happen if I downloaded it. Once again, it doesn't really download it as a separate file. It just refers it back to the file. So if you've done it, you've got an URL, I'll count it. It's not that it won't do it. It'll go ahead and make the file for you. So if you've done it and you've put your link into either assignments or live text, that'll be fine. That takes us to the next question. We have had a little bit of confusion around assignments versus live text. One of the things that we tried to do when we created this course is we tried to give people multiple ways of putting in their assignments. Why did we do that? Well, when this course was originally offered, there were lots of people who took the course who were not necessarily students in the College of Education. So we wanted for them to have a way of being able to put the links to their assignments somewhere. That's why we have this sort of schizophrenic look. Now, you do not have to worry. All you have to do is pick one or the other. So if you want to put your stuff into the assignments, great. I've already got everything graded up to Friday. If you're putting it into live text, that's super as well. Do not put them in both. It's just not necessary. Don't worry about the live text. What I will do is, when we get around to it this Friday, I'm going to ask you to put your hat in the live text. And that way, because really the live text only counts the hat, only counts the final. All the other stuff you could care less about. Kind of sad, isn't it? But if you put it in the assignments and forget to put it over in the live text, again, no harm, no foul. I just copy it over, put it into the live text, and you're good to go. We have a busy Monday. We're going to need to do 2 modules on Monday. No big deal. They're very straightforward modules. One of them contains one of my favorite all-time programs. So we're going to be looking at DC Commerce, Security, and Safety. I'm going to ask you to create a password meter. We're then going to create a Buncee. I will show you how Buncee works. Buncee is, again, one of those very straightforward, very simple programs to use to create multimedia content for your class. Buncee can go into a Google Classroom. Of course, we're going to put it into our fancy-dancy PBWorks wikis. Inside of this module, there is a ton of information that we'll be going over. And one of the things that we'll take a look at is 2-factor authentication. If you're not doing it, you need to. And there's all kinds of things in here that are meant to scare you, and you should be scared. It's getting to the point where it's very easy to get to your phone. In fact, in previous years, I've actually had links in here that would show you how you can hack SMS text messages. I quit doing that because I was afraid that someone might use it in an improper manner. Then we're going to look at DC literacy, and all we're going to do here is we're going to look at something called Smart Exchange. I'm reluctant to go any further than that because this is such a fast growing area. But I do put up here some information for you about Web 2.0 tools, but we'll be looking pretty much at Smart Exchange. Won't take us long. It's very straightforward. We can put a link to one of our lessons that we create in the Smart Exchange into our PB Works. On Wednesday, we'll be looking at something called DC in our schools. This basically is looking at the acceptable use policy for your school and then comparing it to the digital citizen elements. This has all been created for you. In other words, the voice thread or the DC and AUP template that you'll use putting into the voice thread is all created. You don't have to do a thing. All you're going to do is look at that AUP for JCPS, Bullitt County, Henry County, Odom County, Mercy, and Minus. If you work for a school that's not listed here or want to work for a school that's not listed here, give me a holler and I'll get their AUP up. The one that's for Mercy will pretty well cover most of the Archdiocese schools. So that's why we haven't really gone ahead and pulled in a Trinity or a X or a Assumption or any of those other schools. And then on Friday, we'll be doing the hat. We've changed the hat to something a lot simpler. You will enjoy this assignment. This is very, very simple to do. Basically, we're going to ask you to pick one digital citizenship element, and then we're going to make a PSA out of it using a tool called Animoto. We're going to upload that finished product, put it into your assignment, your wiki page, and that is it. And as I said, you will need to put that link to that page in the live text. Go ahead and put assignments if you want to, but that will need to go into the live text because, as I said, the hat in the live text is the main thing that actually gets counted. I hope you've enjoyed this class. I'm sorry for the speed bumps we've had along the way, but I think we've gotten them all straightened out. I'm not trying to escape any kind of criticism because I am the person who is in charge of this course, but especially the live text stuff. That one was a bit of a shocker because I had it all cleaned up and ready to go before and obviously was copied over wrong. Please make sure that you do fill out your analysis of this course. Make sure you tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. We can't make it any better unless you tell us what you liked and what you didn't like. Those of you in the great beyond, I hope you're not waiting to the last second to do all this. It's possible to do, but it would take you quite a while. Alrighty, I will see everyone on Monday at 12:30. I think, I'm pretty positive we're back in 201G again. They move us around, those of you in the great beyond. They move us around. And I will see you all on Monday.